Just so you know, folks, we're professionals here. Don't try this at home.
Hello.
I think it's super appropriate that that video ends with me going like,
"Oh, I did that on purpose."
Yeah, well, it sums up 5+ years of us.
It's Wednesday.
We just hit the button. We go live. That's what it is. So,
well, it's funny because 90 seconds ago, well, 4 minutes and 90 seconds ago, I said, "What are we talking about tonight?" We play it a lot, folks.
We figured it out.
We plan an absolute.
We got to take care of.
It's all good.
Life
all we
is
do
busy.
know is that, Steve, can you present me real quick?
Oh, I can. Hang on. Let me push the button here.
Thank you.
And there you are.
Just so you know, tonight's episode is brought to you by Terramana Tequila, the one and only tequila of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it is an unofficial official sponsor. Listen, we're rocking and rolling. We are halfway through summer, and it's really absolute BS that we are going into our dude. It's like the second half of the year, and
I know.
it's pretty darn crazy. It's pretty darn crazy, but enjoy the second half of the year with the unofficial official sponsor of this and that, Terramana Tequila from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Thank you all for being here. We received $0.00.
Actually, we have to pay to even say the name.
Actually, we bought the bottle.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
You can take me away. Thank you. Good.
We also have one
It's a
other
very
thing
large,
that needs to be
ugly-
addressed real quick. Can you make me big?
If this has to do with candles, just put it in the back.
It's just he can't just let it go. Here we go.
Make me big. We have a new sponsor.
This better be.
It is, and I'm proud to say, we are sponsored by Sig Sauer. That's
Yeah,
right.
let's go, baby.
Sig Sauer.
What is it?
I'm here for that. I am
We
here for
are
that.
sponsored officially by Sig
Are we
Sauer.
on the show?
Is that no, there's nothing there. It's just the company. Is that a 365? Did you get a 365?
I've had one forever. That's what I brought down the last. I bought it like 3 years ago.
Are
So
you
on my
done?
list. Yeah, we're good.
Anyway, thank you to.
I
Sig
did not
Sauer
expect
for
that.
everything.
I 100%
I thought he was
expected-
going with candles for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
I looked
yeah,
over, I
this
was like,
smells like
ooh.
a boat.
I was like, I got this over
Everybody.
here.
Welcome in Janice Disney, Happy Haunt, Stacey Rogers, Samantha Lowe, Fred O'Malley, Kenneth H., Vicky Gillespie, Birdwell, Debbie Bernfeld, Wendy B., Mandy Adams, Christine Hickman, Diz Noah, Joseph Cardillo, Jason Thibodeau, Murph, Pam's Fan 74, Mike 88 NYC, Janie B., Connie Rathbun,
Kenneth.
G. Rolston, Debbie Thuner, Pool Girl 07, and Jay Grubbs. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize.
Hello.
Jay Grubbs
Hello,
obviously
Moto.
has a 365. I have a question.
Yes, David.
Can we put together some sort of actual informational email, newsletter, something? Because here's my deal: when people change their actual avatar, I can't handle it.
Well, so,
I mean, I can't. I'm just like, who's the new person? Then it's like,
so
that's
I have a newsletter format and all that already. Template already ready to go. But what am I doing with what are you speaking of?
So Pam's fan, who's been here for ever, changed her picture, and I said, "Oh, who's that?" And it's like, she made a new picture.
Oh, I don't look at the pictures.
Good
I read
for
the
them.
word. Now you sound like Shep. Now I don't look at the pictures. I read the words.
I don't either. So I'm excited to start looking at things now.
That's how that, like, literally, you guys are adults. How do you not shortcut identify who you're talking to with the avatar that's there? That's
way easier. Way easier to read these names than it is to look at those pictures.
I know. I guess I kind of do both, but like, not really. I don't know. This one time at band camp, I looked at a little picture.
Zanlax, stop playing. Season 2 of Acolyte has gone into the trash.
They actually called me. I will be in it.
Just so you know, Shep and I are writing it because we could probably write it literally the night before.
And it'll be
it starts to go into production, and it'd be bananas good. Pam, you had to make a new account?
Oof.
That's why.
That sounds like my life. My son clicks on everything.
Yeah, well, first of all, Shep, your son decided to give all of your information to criminals.
Yes.
So that's great.
I literally got an alert today. I got an alert today because I have LifeLock. And I said, your information's been found in the dark web.
Great. I'm looking for confirmation of this because it was said last week. There is no confirmation of season 2. Fans are trying to push for season 2.
First of all,
we got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's awful.
Let's use the term lightly. Steve, fans.
Well, yeah.
Fans.
But I'll give you that. It is one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life.
So, Steve, I haven't finished it. Have you?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't.
The last 4 seconds is what everybody wants. I told you they were going to do something. The last 4 seconds is why everybody wants a season 2 if they do want a season 2.
Did everyone die?
It is
terrible.
Terrible. Really? I can't listen. I will watch the most ridiculously stupid Star Wars stuff ever, and I can't get
in it, Dave. Where are you at in it?
End of episode 2.
Okay. Well, let me say this. Let me say this part about it. After watching the whole thing, I think the story is actually really cool. I think some of the actors, which they've killed off some good ones already, they do make a cameo because they do a past. I'm not giving anything away. They just do a past flashback. So that acting's pretty good. A couple of the actors are still good going forward. She sucks, and she needs to go really bad. She said a potty word. The entire thing. She has no acting skill whatsoever. She is a terrible actress, and that is the problem with the entire show. Now, some of the other acting is pretty bad. There are some Easter eggs in it that were really cool, foreshadowing. Again, I can get behind the story. Until they change her and some of the other actors, it needs to go. Again, Tim Remple, you're right. So I'm not going to ruin anything.
Saber fighting, actually, I've seen a couple clips. It looks pretty all right.
But there's an amazing battle coming up. But they go back and forth between, she's got a twin. Sorry.
I know.
She's got a twin. Okay,
I understand.
Well, they don't like each other, so they fight each other, right? Good. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They keep going back and forth in this amazing lightsaber battle, and then to her battling her sucking self. Then they go back to lightsaber battle. Then they go back to awful battle with her again. She is terrible.
Steve, Murph's got it right. If they fire the writer, the producer, Kennedy, and everyone else associated with the show and try it again, it'll be okay.
That's true. Jeff Connon, welcome in. She's got to go for a season 2 to exist. Hello, Mom.
I've said my piece about Marvel. I hate the fact that I have to say the same damn piece about Star Wars. It is so frustrating to me.
It is an awful show.
Hey, I heard Deadpool was freaking awesome.
Haven't watched it yet. It's on the list. I've heard
I'm
so much good stuff about it.
Everyone's ranting and raving about how good it is.
Super excited. Actually, what's really interesting is they're ranting and raving about how not PG Deadpool is in Disneyland. Have you seen these videos?
No.
Oh yeah. No. Deadpool is doing a show at Disneyland. He's meeting and greeting and all the fun things. Oh yeah.
Well, if Disney is an entertainer, they need to get off their high horse and let that stuff I'm not saying they can't be family friendly with it by any means, but just to not have it exist because it's rated R, this whole thing with Hulu and everything else has been one of the greater things they've done.
Yeah, and I agree. But like you'd think in the parks it would at least be relatively family friendly. As kids are around, they may hear things. But
you mean some meet and greet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. So, but like he has summarily made fun of the fact that RDJ is coming back as Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah.
At these meet and greets, which by the way, like that's a whole other conversation. Like, who's here for it? Is this fan service? Is this now, Steve? You're super excited about RDJ coming back as Dr. Doom?
Yes.
Okay, why? I want to know.
Because he's an incredible actor, and
Okay.
I like the character, and I think he's going to do a great job with it. Again, it's all about who you pick to be the actor.
But
now
I'm with you, Steve. But I want you to know
long as this stupid multiverse thing is not the main factor of the whole movie.
So, Steve, the whole movie is
Joey,
going to be that it is going to be a variant of Tony Stark who becomes Doom, which is actually a whole comic book thread. So, are you okay with that?
If they say, "Hey, this is a variant of Tony Stark," and that's all I hear about it, I'm okay with it.
But you're not going to.
If it's multiverse, no, it's going to suck.
Yeah, Murph just said it. It's all because of the multiverse. There's an Iron Man Doctor Doom, and there's actually a Doctor Doom Iron Man. It goes both ways, which is really interesting, but that's Marvel for you.
There's a way to do it, though, and a way not to do it. So if you have this multiverse thing, right, we get it. It's lazy writing. Or it lets you do a couple cool things, like bring in 3 Spider-Men from all the different movies.
I don't think it's lazy writing. I just think it opens up a ton of possibilities for you.
Well, it depends on how they use it, though. If you just say, okay, we have a multiverse.
Listen, we just talked about the Acolyte. That's lazy writing.
That's lazy writing. But if you just say, if you mention the multiverse and that's how we got here, and then just tell a story, I'm fine with that. Deadpool, Wolverine, we get Wolverine's yellow suit because it's a multiverse, just crossover. Okay, I'm cool with that. Just don't make the whole thing about this stupid multiverse. We get it. It exists. You can do whatever you want to do. Just give us the movie and leave the rest of the crap out of it. Because so far, Phase 5 has almost been the downfall of Marvel.
Glenn, I did get a call. Downfall of Marvel. It's not even a question.
And it's all because it's the multiverse saga.
It's being saved by a non-Disney Marvel product that has nothing to do with everything else that they have decided to do in phases 4, 5, and 6. It's Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm
super excited for that. I need to watch the other 2 Deadpools before I go, but I'd really like to go see the flick.
Have you never seen the other 2?
No.
Oh, dude, yeah, you can't.
No, I started the first one and I thought it was super entertaining, and then like it was one of those like. Full disclosure, I either watched it when I was super tired or like I had like 6 beers and then fell asleep. Like that. Full disclosure, that's what it is. Like
it happens.
It's one of those where like it happened in the middle of like. I didn't need to watch it for anything. I wasn't focused. It was just, hey, Dave, you should watch this movie. You'll really enjoy it because it's sarcastic, much like you are. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's Ryan Reynolds, who is frankly God's gift
guy.
To
100%. He's every guy's man crush. He's like a cool dude. But Kenneth hit it on the head, though. Multiverse can sometimes be like getting chocolate in your peanut butter.
Yeah,
but other times it can be like getting peanut butter in your chocolate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, exactly what it is.
No, it's I get it. Again, Steve, the issue is it's lazy writing. it's lazy writing if the multiverse is because of everything.
Well, no, Stephen K. Yeah, so listen, they did a great job with all the writing up till the multiverse. Then we got Chapek's crew in here, and they decided that that's where we're going with it for Phase 5. Now, I don't think Iger's going to pivot away from it, but if he's smart, he will, because he's seen what they've done recently, and it's not been good. So hopefully, all of his people are in the drawing board right now, fixing all of this multiverse crap.
So here's where we're at. One, the new Captain America looks
Reese's did
bananas good.
Oh, I thought it looked stupid.
Looks so good, dude.
Hello, Tina.
Dude, freaking Han Solo is Red Hulk. Are you kidding me?
That part, but that's not necessarily for that. That's to set up Thunderbolts.
What's that?
It looks
Harrison Ford
good.
is the new Red Hulk.
Oh, really?
Well, the other guy passed away, and that's
Harrison Ford is the general.
Oh.
And the general turns into Red Hulk, which it's been happening for a decade that we're getting to this point. And honestly, I think the flick looks really good. I'm excited for that. You have everything else they announced. Frankly, one of the best clips from Comic-Con that I saw this past weekend was what's his nuts who plays the Red Guardian or whatever his name is, the dude from
David Harbour.
Stranger Things. Yeah, thank you. Showing up dressed up as his character, walking in from the back when everyone else is on stage, not dressed up. Yeah, no, I know, but it was I was with you, Steve. It's for Thunderbolts, but like he's like he walks up, he's like, "Would none of you dressed up?" And then he points out Julia Louis-Dreyfus and goes, "Well, you did." Because she's in just
the same
pantsuit, right?
Yeah.
Just funny, right? Like this reminds me of 2017, 2018 pre-Marvel movie Comic-Con / D23, whatever. Like I'm hoping that we can just put the last
3 years,
30 months behind us and really go forward. And again, we've all seen Dark Times. We've all seen stuff like this. The same thing has happened to Disney princess movies, all of it. Right. I'm excited for what's on the horizon. I want to see, I'm excited for Blade. I'm excited for Daredevil. I'm excited for both of the Avengers movies. I'm excited, and Steve, I get it if you don't think it was great, but I'm still excited for the continuation of Captain America. RDJ is Doom. I'm not the comic book guy, so I get where a lot of people are like, dude, you could have done this better. They could have just not announced anything. Brought RDJ back as Iron Man from a variant, right? And then turned him into Doom in the movie. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
Just in general. So like,
I've loved everything. I'm the guy that loves everything Disney does. I've loved everything from Marvel. I love all the Star Wars up until Acolyte. I've loved all of Marvel up until the multiverse crap, which again,
that's been the last 3 years you haven't liked it.
But that's the thing, though.
That's when they started the multiverse, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but everything for me has been when Chapek and his people took over. Like, I don't know if that's correlation or not. Just happens to be so lucky that that's what it is. And it's good. When Iger took over, it's been a year now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
2 years,
almost 2 years, a year and a half. I think it's like Thanksgiving. I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, so we should start seeing those new movies come out. I think he replaced all those people in January, February, March of last year. So we're a little over a year. So we're getting that change of guard again. So Thunderbolts looks amazing. They've tried to kind of redo that and put in the new people with there. They've redone both of the Avengers. Both of the Avengers sagas have been redone and reimagined to where they're going. All this new stuff that we're hearing about is correct.
Not both, just one.
What?
That was it. That was a Kang fallout. That was what's his nuts being a
but they're also
predator.
They're veering away from so 5 and 6 and 7, I think they said were supposed to be the multiverse saga, It's down to 5 from what I understand now.
So
they're gonna completely pivot and go back and
Pivot.
back a lot of the original actors are coming back. So they're going back with what is good, what worked prior to it all getting screwed up. And I'm excited for all the stuff you are, except for I'm not excited for the new Captain America. But I am excited for almost everything else they got coming up now in the future.
Deborah, D23 predictions. 5th park. It's gonna be Shepland.
Shepland. Yeah,
We'll talk about one thing real quick. So on that front, D23 Expo.
Actually, does anyone want to buy my pass? $400.
Still trying to sell it.
$300. $300 for the D23.
$1.99. Who's got me? So
I'm not taking less than $300. I'll just keep it.
Disney reached an agreement with DeSantis in the state here. I think we talked about it once before, but he's talking.
Yeah,
about
we
it.
did.
But they had to lay out exactly what the $17 billion was for. 19, but whatever it was, 17 or
Inch.
So one of those is a 5th park. They announced a major park. I want Dave's opinion on this. We got to wait for him to come back. But so one of those is for a major park. But then it said 2 of them are for minor parks, like the water parks. There's no way we're putting any more water parks in this system.
Nope.
So what are we thinking that the 2 minor parks?
I have my own thoughts.
Tell us, Dave, because
Let's hear it.
Any theories on what it might actually be. I've thought about like an arcade or something like that. That's about as I can get.
They reopen the Starship Cruiser.
Well,
Shep, but don't make it an experience.
Well, Shep,
they're going to make it. That's going to be just a hotel, but that's not what we're talking about.
But Shep, it's along those lines. I think that Disney thinks that the still to this day, and I agree with them, that the future of what they want to do is focused more on individual experience that you're paying for. Okay. Disney trip for 4 people for 7 days is almost 10 grand now. Right, Steve? Am I wrong?
That's probably a little high, but 6 or 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could get a 4-day experience where you're the focus for 5, are you going to pay for it? Hear me out.
It didn't work the first time.
Well, no. But I think they botched it. And I said this. I think that their whole plan is, if they have the capacity to do quote unquote a cruise ship-esque experience that people understand what it is, I think they want to lean that way. I think that they want to cater to people who do want to pay for a 3 or 4 day experience where they are the focus of that experience. Now, granted, there might be 300 people there, but you're still the focus. It's a better, it is a more focused experience, more personal experience than walking through the parks, right?
So you're saying that you think that's going to classify as the minor park, though?
So I think that the minor parks are going to be, Typhoon Lagoon's really damn old. I could see them closing that.
I think they're going to close one of them down.
Opening a new water park. I think you could. Right now, they're running one or the other. I don't know why. It's stupid.
I think 6 months and then 6 months for whatever reason.
I think it's a personnel issue. I think they don't have enough lifeguards to cover everything. That's what I really think it comes down to. But I could see them pulling what they did with River Country, which is close River Country. Now you have 2. You had 3 for not too long. Then you went to 2. So I could see them, unfortunately, closing Typhoon Lagoon. I love Typhoon Lagoon. It's 100% nostalgic for me, but if it's one of the 2, Blizzard Beach is the better deal. And now you have Volcano Bay that has kicked every expectation up a notch. So you have to build to that. So that's one of the 2. I think
they could build a new water park replacing a different one then.
Exactly. And I think the second one is going to be a focused experience based on
Marvel.
No, I think it's going to be princesses.
Ooh.
It makes super sense. You go with those those movies, right? Between Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, just throw them out there, right? Like Mulan, you could do everything. You could have a princess focused 3 or 4 day event where you get a princess Frozen, obviously, like you get a princess processional. You get every single day you can go to a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique-esque as part of your experience. You get to go do your hair. Maybe it's only 2 days, whatever, but like there are so many things that could be focused on basically 3 to 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's an absolute treasure trove because every father here in this chat has paid or will pay for that. So I think, and I said this before, I think that's one of the things they could do throughout the country where it's we have 3, and honestly, this quote unquote little park could be multiples. It could be Star Wars, Marvel, and like classic princess movies, and each of them being a thing.
Well, going back to Deborah made a comment. She asked, is it like an expansion of land or is it a new park? They're supposed to be minor parks, like a standalone water park, whatever. I get where you're going with it. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah.
I'm just throwing out there what they could do from a minor standpoint with it.
But I think it's a waste to do it that way. I could see them doing it, but I think it could be a waste. When you have Star Wars Land already, I agree. And what you can do with Marvel, you put in place of Indiana Jones stunt show when it goes away.
You could, yeah.
I don't know if that's the best use.
But Steve, what I'm saying is it might not be the best use of that. But what I'm saying is not here's a land, go walk through it. It is you become a superhero and now have a mission, right? It's not going to Avengers Campus. It's you're an Avenger.
They could build like an Avengers Campus.
Well, I agree they could. So like you have that, and then as a princess thing, it is your 3 or 4 days as a princess. That's what was missing from the hotel, because people thought the hotel was going to be a hotel and then there were cool things. But we've all said on outlets like this, it was too measured. It was too specific. You had 17.6 minutes to do something.
Yeah, and by the time you get there, it's already over. And the itinerary was so tight, didn't leave anything like that.
Yeah.
So they screwed up with Star Wars, the experience. I have a feeling, I don't know if they know how to do it right. That's my only.
Oh, I do.
I don't know if they can do it right.
I think they learned a bunch. I think the price point needs to come down. I think the value needs to go
That's
up.
the key. It's way too expensive for what they're trying to do.
Or the value has to go up.
Yeah,
that's it. It's one or the other. Yeah, Deborah, I would love to see a Villains Land. I'd love to see a Villains Park. I think that they're doing a disservice by not doing it when you realize that it's a 6-hour wait for Jack Skellington. And
when we were not allowed to get the announcement of the 5th park last time, when it was killed by Chapek, then what little information we got was all this blue sky crap, and they're appeasing to, hey, we could see a Villains Land back there. But now that we're doing the 5th park and they're going to announce it, maybe, I don't know if we'll get the theming of it or not coming up here, but if it does, a heroes versus villains park where you have light rides and dark rides is absolutely perfect for what everybody's talking about. So that satisfies all the people that want the villains. You could have all kinds of meet and greets. You could do light-hearted, cool rides. You gotta cater to both kids and adults and everything else. But they are missing those dark rides, those thrilling dark rides, like the Snow White one out in Disneyland, and some of those more creepy. No, I'm just saying those kind of type of things.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, the thing is that they have the last good new thing that was different we got was Guardians, correct?
Yeah.
I wore this to match your short or your shirt. Yeah, your shorts. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
The last it was IP based, but the last non-clone of anything we got was Guardians, correct? Nothing else.
I think the last one was, because Tron came from Tokyo or whatever, Japan.
Tron's from across the Pacific. Ratatouille's from across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Star Wars Land was two different parks, so it's not like they differentiated.
Well, technically, they started in
you're
Disneyland.
A clone.
Yeah, they started in Disneyland, moved to Disney World.
Well, they were being made. They were being built at the same time. It was,
but Guardians came after that. Guardians came after that. So
yeah,
I think it was. I think it was the last unique.
Yep. And before that, it was Flight of Passage, or Pandora Land.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I do expect to get a Pandora expansion. I think we're going to get more on the Pandora expansion. I think we're going to get what they're doing with Dino Land. Oh, they started removing trees. They started removing trees.
I saw that.
Dinosaur.
I saw that.
So they're getting ready to announce that thing's going to come down fast. That probably is going to be the first
dinosaur.
Project. Yeah, the whole dinosaurs.
The exterior.
Yeah, they start tearing. Yeah.
The thing is the interior doesn't have to change except
no.
The
interior is exactly the same except for theming.
Except for the props.
But they start tearing all the trees down and everything over there. Dino Land, I bet, is going to be one of the first and hardest hit projects. From what I understand, they're going to make it whatever it is. South America, is that right? I think it's South America, like Colombia.
I don't
You're
think they know.
saying South America. The whole thing is stupid. Indiana Jones should not be at Animal Kingdom.
I am not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with you, but 90% of the people love Indiana Jones and love that ride, and they're not.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. It's cool.
They're not going to.
You're basing Indiana Jones off of the worst of the 5 movies. Well, worst of the original 4. I haven't watched the 5th yet.
Let me tell you my theory.
I have a theory. Go ahead, Shep.
Well, they mentioned mini parks or whatever, right?
They said one major, 2 mini.
Okay, so this is what they're going to do. All right. They're going to cut off that part of Animal Kingdom.
No,
where Indy is. No, this is what they're going to do. I already know. They told me.
So don't listen.
That way, people, like who have the same opinion as Dave and think it shouldn't be there, they completely isolate it out. They add to it.
You mean the entirety of
Dino Land
population?
Yeah, but they cut all that off. They make a separate gate to get in, and that becomes its own entity where they do Indy, they do other stuff.
Encanto. Those are the 2. That's it.
And then it just happens to be right next to Animal Kingdom, and it's no longer what they're just going to put some trees up, and you can no longer go through there.
I don't think so, but that's not the worst idea you've ever had.
I mean, it's pretty smart.
I don't think it's smart cutting Animal Kingdom down.
This is not just a hat rack.
I don't think it's smart at all cutting Animal Kingdom down in size, even though it's the biggest part.
Well, no, because they're going to add to it in the Pandora side.
Well, they're gonna expand Pandora, but I'm pretty sure the first project they're going to move forward with is the expansion of Dino Land into South America or whatever. Because and technically speaking, I guess that's kind of where was that Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom filmed or set? I think it was set in the jungles of South America, right?
I think so.
So that's why it fits. In their head, that's why it fits. Right. So you got that whole thing. The second expansion I think they're going to work on is the behind Big Thunder Mountain. And I think it's going to be completely different from anything else that we know about yet.
Yeah.
I do think Encanto will go, or so they're building the Casita, but that's over supposedly going where Dino Land is. But Encanto, Coco, and Moana would fit perfect in Magic Kingdom. They're all princesses with the whole, I guess Maribel's not technically a princess, but you know what I mean? They're all, it would fit in that little princess style area.
All relative. Yeah.
Temple of Doom was in Asia. Okay. So that's not South America then. But I think that's the second project we'll get. And then of course,
but it actually fits since it's in Asia and Everest is part of Asia.
Yeah.
So it actually does fit.
What they need to do, they'll just have to take the welcome to sign and move it past what they do. Now, see, Shep, you might not be totally off here. If they cut off just dinosaur and you entered it from Asia on the other side, you might be onto that, and then Dino Land becomes something else.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued by these mini parks, and I do agree with Dave. One of them could be a replacement water park. I thought it was Japan with the red balloons. Anyways, I guess Japan's technically in Asia. That makes sense. So, but I'm intrigued by what these two minor parks could be. I think an experience, and maybe that was where they faltered, when you take the experience and then you brought it into the park where you know, you're mingling with everybody else that's in the park. It's not, they literally walk you over and put you on rides, and, you know, and then you leave. I think maybe that is it. Maybe they're going to build a whole Marvel land, like an Avengers Campus type style thing, where the whole thing's themed towards being a superhero. Like, that might work.
Yeah.
As a minor park and experience, because then it's just completely. Yeah, Deborah. Dave was mentioning that he thinks they could, and I agree. They're going to shut one of them down. The two water parks together just don't seem to work. And actually, I think we were having this discussion with Rye Guy and some other people the other day. I thought Rye Guy thought, though, I could be wrong. I think he was talking about Blizzard Beach being the one to shut down. But regardless, I think one of them will shut down. And but I can see them building a brand new one to replace one of the other water parks, because, like Dave said, Volcano Bay, Aquatica that is the one area they are superior to Disney in, is their water parks.
Yeah.
So SeaWorld has a better water park, Universal has a better water park. So if Disney goes with a better state-of-the-art water park and replaces one of them, I could definitely see that happening.
I think it's going to be easier to build a new one.
When I say replace, I mean a complete brand.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just
they cannot refurb what they've got. They've been limping along for too many years.
It's too much. It's too.
What would they do with it? You think?
Just tear it down.
What?
Just get
Typhoon?
rid of it. Yeah, just
Typhoon would be. Yeah, it'd be fine. They'd build another hotel.
I mean, Steve, they could say, you know, hold my beer, and build two state-of-the-art water parks.
They could, and then get rid of the other two. That could be exactly what they do.
I mean,
that'd be that would be the way to up the other two.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you know, the simplest answer is always the easiest answer. Hey, we got to build two new water parks because the last one was built in 1996.
But
they wouldn't use like the existing area.
Nah, dude. Why would you?
No. You can't, dude. You don't want to use. Yeah, the footprint that they built, what do you say, 96, whatever it was?
95, 96? Someone look it up, please.
Those footprints are so old and outdated. I don't even know if the water pipes underneath would be able to handle some of the new technology.
Well,
you need to just start over, and you can't really shut both water parks down and not have a water park for the next year it takes you to build them. So they've got to have them operational while they're building.
That's a good point.
Look, they're giving you in 2025 on your travel day a free water park pass.
Really?
Yeah. That's how Disney gives nothing away for free. You get it if you are staying on property. The day you get there, they will give you a pass to go to the open water park.
Wow.
Tell me what that has to do with how underutilized those parks are.
So for $100 added onto my annual pass, I get free mini golf package. I get the free golf at Oak Trail.
Well,
I get access to both water parks for free.
So Steve, here's the
I can do that. I'm just saying annual pass holders for $100 total. The golf is why we buy it, but we can go to the water parks free anytime we want. That's how I agree. That's how low the attendance is.
Steve, that's to get an extra $100 out of you.
Yeah, but what I mean is, I'm saying it falls into your point though, where I'm saying if so many people do that for the golf, they can still go to the water parks for free. They could have said, "Oh no, it's $100 for the golf package. It's $100 for a water package."
Yep,
they're not going to do that.
We got birthdays to do.
Birthdays?
Not many, and I don't know. I got one person on this month twice, and I don't know which one her birthday really is. So we're going to do it today.
We're going to do it twice,
and I don't think she's here yet. So,
Excuse me.
So we'll do it today. Then when she comes in, I'll ask. But I have her for today, and I have her for. So I have the 2nd and I have the 22nd. I don't know which one's right.
Me.
So we're gonna do it today for this weekend. We'll ask. So first birthday, we have 4 this week. Tomorrow, none Sunday through today on my list.
Wow.
Tomorrow is Janie B's birthday, and she's in the chat.
Janie B, it's your birthday.
So that would be tomorrow. On the 2nd, which is Friday, the one I'm unsure about if it's this Friday or if it's on the 22nd, is Corby Sinclair. Corby's birthday. And then we got two big birthdays on Saturday. We have Amy from AJC Magic TV.
Amy, it's your birthday.
And then we also have the one and only, the legend, Arjons.
All right.
So
you know whose birthday is actually today?
Whose?
My nephew officially is now an adult.
18?
He's officially an adult today.
Who's your nephew?
Gavin. Gavin is officially an adult.
By the law standards. There you go.
Mic check.
You need an actual good beat going here.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Here we go. Go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah. It's your birthday. We got Gavin and Janie and Corby and Arjons and Amy too. It's your birthday. I hope you have a great day.
Which Tommy? Who's Tommy? We said it's Tommy's birthday. Who's Tommy?
Which Tommy?
I don't know. We'll just throw Tommy's name in there.
Tommy from Living the Magic's birthday too. It's Tommy from Living the Magic birthday too.
I thought I had his.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. We got Tommy and Kevin and Janie and Corby and Arjons and Amy too. And Amy too. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah. I hope you had a great day. Yeah. I hope you had some good food. Yeah. Okay. And lots of cake and ice cream. And lots of cake and ice cream. Did you blow all your candles out? Did you blow all your candles out? I hope you blew your candles out because your wish don't come true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Auto tuning it.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. That was perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed your birthday song.
You think they did?
Oh, for sure they did. I sounded like a minion.
Yeah.
Dave, did we get the other one posted this week or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't send it.
Yeah, we did.
No.
It was the one that Justin sent to you.
Oh, yeah. No, that'll be next.
Oops.
I forgot.
Oopsie poopsie.
I got more coming up, so we'll just use that one for next week then.
Yeah, I'm a poop head.
Actually, won't be next week, so
Someone took a poop on Dave again.
we'll be mobile next week. So
2 weeks.
Yep.
I'll post that people have 2 weeks to make fun of you.
sweet.
Oh, we could do it next week.
How? We're not gonna be here.
Shh.
Too late.
We're gonna be mobile.
We will be live next week.
We will be live. We'll be partially mobile.
That's all you're getting.
We'll be pobal.
We'll be mobile. Yeah. I mean, sometimes we just don't have the meme. It happens.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Sometimes Dave sucks.
No. It's not your fault.
Dave, you need a hug.
Life
We're
gets
fine.
busy. I have a song actually about that.
No,
Do you?
you don't. You absolutely
Life
do not have a
gets
song about it.
busy. Life gets so busy. It's busy for you.
Thank you, Steve.
What happened?
I don't know. I thought I froze again because I'm an hour in.
It gets busy for you.
was hoping nobody
It
said
gets
anything and it
busy
just
for
went
me.
on.
It gets busy for you and me too. Yeah.
I was hoping that maybe if I did it, he'd just keep going and he would never figure it out. So
I would have gone too, and then I looked at your face and it gave it away. I looked at your face and you were like,
who, me?
you're like, I did it. Unreal. How about those Olympics?
How
Yeah.
about it?
Did you watch that Steven Nordesick or whatever his name is on the pommel horse? Won the first. It was just for a bronze medal, but they did. He's called what they call a specialist. That's the only thing he was on the
He
team
just
for.
pummels.
He pummel horsed, and he did a brilliant job with it. Scored
Chris
so high.
never.
So it scored so high though, it put him in the bronze medal, and it was their first medal in 16 years in team.
Yeah, what did he do in the pommel horse?
He pummeled.
He did an amazing job.
Oh, did a good routine.
It was crazy. He did a couple where you know what a pommel horse is, right? Where they
You're like up on your hands and you just like whip around it.
He was doing circles around one-handed. He did it twice.
Wow.
Like he did around his body on one hand without changing hands or anything. And he did an awesome job. He came off, he did the dismount. He went like this, he turned, he just started fist pumping. And I'm like, how do you know what the judges are going to give you? Maybe you just need to know a solid routine to pass, but they were all going nuts. Like the entire team was nuts and he was nuts. They started picking him up in the air, and it was kind of crazy until they got the score. And then when they got the score, it was like a 14.8 or something like that, which is really high. And,
I mean, a lot of times they know they can tell what the routine would score if you do it perfectly.
But he did two things wrong.
Right.
He took one skill out, which is going to be deduction, and he opened up his form once, which is also a deduction. And he's still got a 14.8. That's how good it was.
Probably because it was it was probably like a score of an 18 difficulty.
It was
I don't know what numbers I'm talking about here.
But it was either like maybe it was a 14.66 or a 14.8. So I can't remember. It was up there. But it was one of the higher scores I've seen, and that's it. That's all he did. He has these big, huge, nerdy glasses. I love the guy. He's just like, you got his glasses, just sitting back there, not doing anything, no emotions whatsoever. And they go, "Hey, Steven, you're up." He jumps up, goes and does his thing, starts fist pumping, and he puts his glasses back on, goes back over there.
I can't believe we only have 5 gold medals.
Yeah. There's a lot of events left though.
Like we have 30 total, but we only have 5.
Yeah,
like,
are we still leading the medal count? We've been leading it since.
No, we're in 7th.
No, medal count.
Oh yeah, we have 30 medals. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got that by. Well, France is only 4 behind,
and then China's in 3rd place with 11 behind us. So
yeah, they're 19. Yeah,
we have 5 gold medals.
Yeah, 5, 13 silver, 12 gold, bronze, which isn't bad. I mean, it's way more than anybody else, but I figured we need more golds, man.
They'll get there. I mean, 13 silvers is a pretty darn good.
Yeah.
To have 13 silver medals is
I'm
right
supposed
there.
I'm supposed to be flying out tomorrow actually for the men's wrestling.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I should get a gold in that.
You'll get something in that, but it ain't gonna be a gold.
Hey, I know everyone wants to know this, but Abe started football this week.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of pissed that they started so early because like our summer is essentially ruined at this point. But he started Monday, and they got to do 10 hours of conditioning, so it's 2 hours a day for 5 days, 5:30, 7:30 every night. And then next week it's another 5-day, Monday through Friday, 5:30, 7:30. But they get to pad up next week. So it's pretty cool. I'm actually looking for this is his first year doing it. I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of, I mean, it's already been it's real football. Oh yeah. Tackle. Yeah. Like this week they're with helmets and cleats basically. But they're starting to hit the pads a little bit just with, no pads on. They're just hitting like a, cushion pad. But I'm super excited. Like he's been crushing it. So he's doing good. He's keeping he loves it every time he gets in the car. He's like, I love it. I'm like, great. He runs his butt off. You know, like some kids like start dragging. Like he slows down, but he keeps pushing through. So I'm like, good.
He's
boy.
growing into his body too. He's getting like real thick, solid.
Oh yeah, he was hitting today. Hitting the head coach is a big dude, like big dude. And
make you look tiny,
huh?
Does he make you look tiny?
Oh yeah. Like he's probably 6'5", maybe 6'4", but he's ripped. I mean, he's on steroids, like for sure. But
has to be.
Oh yeah, dude, he's veinier than any man I've ever seen. But oh yeah, so they were doing just a drill, like a in and out drill. But every time you go inside the cone, you gotta hit the bag, and he was pushing him back. He was pushing it back, and the coach was cheering. He's like, "Yeah, that's how you hit." I was like, "Heck yeah!" So,
nice.
So super excited about that.
As long as he's having fun.
Oh yeah, he's having a blast. So that's been my life now. We have like, we're going to Outer Banks August 16th through the whatever. So we're gonna miss that week, and then we have like 2 weekends in September that we can go to the campground, and then like 2 weekends in October we can go to the campground, and those are gonna get busted up by games on Sundays. So it'll be interesting. So it's like after these 2 weeks, his practices are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. 3 days a week for 2 hours a night. Games on Sundays. So I see a lot of sick days in my life coming up on Sundays because all his games are early. So I'm gonna have to not go to work, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear the helmet around. So I think one of the good things, because you know I played football in high school for a while, and that was like one of the things, like a lot of people when you first start playing, you're not used to having a helmet on, but Abe is, because he's been wearing a helmet for years on dirt bikes. So that has not been an issue. A lot of kids complain about it because it's so heavy and it's just they're not used to it. But thankfully, Abe kind of has that advantage where he's been wearing a helmet dirt biking. So
nice,
right?
It's easy to kind of jump right into it. So excited. It'll be fun. Something different.
Yeah. So, the other thing, going back to the other topic we were talking about, where Disney and Florida and DeSantis have all agreed to, there's also going to be, I believe it's 400,000 square feet of real estate and dining, shopping and dining. Sorry. And there's also 140,000 new rooms for hotels. So all that was in there, along with, I-4 is a parking lot over here.
Right.
They're also going to repair all the exits to Disney.
Wow.
And they're going to put in bypass lanes, like they have the express lanes. They're putting in bypass lanes all the way through the property, so it relieves traffic for people that aren't going to stop at Disney. Because right now it's a parking lot. So,
yeah.
And they've just added a new exit, which it's not open yet, but just north of Disney's property, where they're to get into that mall, Vineland Gardens or whatever it is. So that's going on too. So that whole package, that whole announcement with them agreeing to all this stuff, is really, Disney had the whole. It was their $17 billion they were talking about, but they had to disclose what they wanted to do. They reached an agreement with Florida and DeSantis, and in it is now going to involve with the exits and the byways. So
the highways and byways and byways and highways.
I think we're in for an exciting D23. I think we're in for some exciting changes coming soon to Disney. I think we're getting back on the right course. And I know people, whether you like the guy or not, I think Iger's done an incredible job of the first time. I think he's done an incredible job trying to mop up and fix some of the stuff that's gone wrong already. And I think we're back on the right track to get Disney to where it was prior to COVID.
How's the new lightning lane system? Have you tried it yet?
I've not, but it's so I mean, it's going to be good. I'm not it's a little higher price than I want it to be. I will probably use it though. I'm not going to lie for streaming days anyways, because it gets me on an A-ticket ride, what I call an A-ticket ride. It gets me on a tier 1 ride.
It'd be an E-ticket is what you need to say.
Was E-tickets were the better ones?
E-ticket were the best ones. Yep.
Okay. So in the old system, they called them, I think they called them tier A and tier B is why I was, but now they're called tier 1 and tier 2. So you get one of the bigger rides, and then you get two okay rides at all the parks.
They're still referenced as
but they range anywhere from like $15 to $28, I think is what it is. Mm-hmm. And for 3 rides, is that really worth it? When 2 of the rides I can already get on anyways. So it's like I would probably be better off to what Dave was talking about a couple weeks ago, buying the one big ride ticket that I want for $15 and saving the extra 12 because I'm not going to need it for anything else, just for for streaming purposes only. But it's way better than it was. They went back similar to the old system, put everything in tiers. And at the time we said, hey, you know what? I would pay $15 for the old fast pass system. The problem is it's not $15, and if you don't get to, you can cross over once you use your fast passes, you can cross over to a different park. But the biggest difference between the old one and the new one, it's virtually the same, except for you only can book out 3 days if you're a non resort guest and 7 days if you are a resort guest. But I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, other than 60 days out, you used to be able to book these things. So 3 days and 7 days are your new booking times, and then the other one is the price. Other than that, it's the old fast pass system. So, which I loved. I do think the price point's too high.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't be able to afford it probably. Like maybe like one day. But it wouldn't be like an every trip or every day.
In your situation, that makes a whole bunch of sense. Going with what Dave was trying to say a couple weeks ago, you buy it for the one ride that you want to ride, and you rope drop the rest of it, and you ride what you can. And just be okay with that. It might not happen that trip, and you'll have to just do it the next trip. You know. I also don't think it's worth it at all the parks. Don't think you need it at all the parks. Hollywood Studios, maybe. I mean, right now, Rise of Resistance has been less than a half hour. Yeah. Certain times, Runaway Railway has been less than a half hour. I mean, I typically won't rate more than a half hour for anything. Slinky Dog is the one you need it on. The rest of them have been pretty low. Crystal Cay, the price point, it varies. Again, it still varies by day and by park. It's anywhere from as low as $15 up to I've seen $28. Actually, they have all the prices listed through August. I can tell you what they are basically. So if we go with the new not the virtual queue, the new lightning lane. And the difference now too is now when you look at it, you can purchase it's called multi-pass or single pass. So you just go to the dots, you hit that, you select the one you want. And when you do, through the month of August, does it just give you, I think you got to click each day. It's like for tomorrow, for instance, Magic Kingdom is $27. Epcot is $19. Hollywood Studios is $24. And Animal Kingdom is $17. So it's $17 for the 2 parks you really don't need it at. And then $24 for Hollywood, $27 for Magic Kingdom. If we picked a random weekend date, actually you can only go out to the 21st. If we picked a random date, like say Saturday the 17th, Magic Kingdom actually goes down $25. Epcot goes up to $18. Hollywood's down to $22 and Animal Kingdom's down to $16. So
Very, very interesting.
Does anyone know the name of the new area right beside WDW that has several businesses? Yeah, I think you're talking about Lieutenant Lex has it right. Flamingo Crossing. It's really awesome. That's south of Disney and north of me. I drive through it every day. It's a really nice area. I don't like they got a Target there, but it's like kind of like a neighborhood Walmart, except it has other stuff there, but it's so condensed they don't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Crystal K happens all year round. Every night from like 5 to 8:30. When this one's at the end of the summer, they're going to switch it up with a different theme.
Oh, they do that every night there at Epcot?
Not going away, yeah.
Where is it? What new area of Epcot?
So they brought the walls have all come down at Epcot now. So behind Spaceship Earth, when you walk through there, the old Innovations building where Club Cool and all that is now Communicore Hall, which I think it may have been there too. It's just a big air conditioned. It's awesome air conditioned too. And then they've got a little outdoor stage right there.
Oh,
Problem is
right in the beginning.
they have speakers blaring in both directions. If you're behind Epcot, behind Spaceship Earth, you can't hear the Epcot music. It's so loud.
Oh, wow.
And but then they decided they're going to theme it. So they run during the day, no problem. They run an Encanto show on there, sing the Encanto songs, bring the characters out and sing. But then they're keeping with the theme at night. Like I think it's from like 5 to 8:30, and they do them like 20-minute sets. And then think about that at 8:30, that takes away all of the beacons of light on the ball and all that too from the backside, anyways, and it leads you right up into fireworks. But so right now it's themed towards Encanto, which is Latin America, and they have Le Calle playing there. And I know some people like them, and I'm going to offend them, and I don't really care. They're not very good. Mm-hmm. They're doing it that many, like 6 sets every single night.
Wow.
I've seen them at Disney Springs. They're a local band that played at Disney Springs. Didn't draw a very big crowd. They're not really drawing anybody now either. Like it's got these big, huge open area in front of it. And there's two big sections, a concrete section. Then there's a walk through another concrete section. They're not even filling up the first concrete section. It's just, there's nobody there. When I say nobody, I mean, it's not a big crowd. There's probably 100 people listening to them. So, but it's not a lot. And it's very off-putting because that whole area that they just built back there with the Walt statue and all the seating where you could go relax and listen to the ambiance of Epcot, everything.
It's right there.
After 5 o'clock, you ain't doing that no more.
Wow.
So
get it in early, folks.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I heard a rumor that Skyline Chili's in danger of closing.
What is it?
The franchise. I don't know.
Chili's?
Skyline Chili.
Oh.
No, I'm not a fan. It's based out of Cincinnati.
Danny, what's up, dude?
What's up? David has a question.
Does anyone care about Skyline Chili?
No, I hate it.
I've never heard of it, to be honest with you.
Their big thing, they put like beans in there. It's like chili on spaghetti.
It's chili on spaghetti. It's not beans chili. It is a meat sauce. It's just has
they put it on spaghetti, and then there's like
you get put it on everything.
You get like chili 3 ways, chili 4 ways, chili 5 ways. I don't know. They just keep adding different ingredients to it. I think
everyone loves a chili 3-way.
It's got chocolate sauce in it, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan
in
of
the chili.
Yes.
I don't know if it does.
Well, it's got some. I don't know if it's sauce. It could be chocolate. It's got chocolate. That's one of the ingredients in
making it.
Skyline Chili is chocolate somehow of some form.
Cinnamon, dude.
Huh?
And nutmeg.
Yeah, they got that. Cinnamon's in it too.
Cinnamon.
But it's in there.
Cinnamon and nutmeg.
I don't know. I don't like it at all.
Cinnamon and nutmeg with a
Skyline heartburn.
Apparently they sell Skyline Chili in a can.
Ooh, that's
at Publix.
Gross. That definitely sounds like heartburn. Yep.
Anyways, that's they make their sauce different. It's not real chili.
I like Chili's, the restaurant.
Well, Stacy, the problem is they're going to always have a band there. We're talking to the executives that were there. It's just we get this through the summer, and then they're going to theme it towards something else. I think the winter or the fall, somebody was hinting at Frozen. So there'll be a Frozen show and then like a Norwegian band playing or something like that. there's always according to what they were saying, there always is going to be a band playing there constantly. They're just every season they're going to change it and change the theme.
Angie, what's up?
They don't need to be this is my opinion. They don't need to be playing bands there all week long, especially the same one over and over. If you want to bring in the people that actually do draw crowds, Foreigner's Journey and M80s and those kind of guys, let them come play Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays and leave the rest of the week alone there.
Yeah.
You don't need that concert there every single night because people just...
Well, like, how much you think they're paying them too? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's the other part. Well, they've been playing at Disney Springs, but right now they're doing 6 shows a night every day.
Like, that's spending a lot of money they don't need to spend either.
Well, it's spending a lot of money that's not generating any revenue.
Beneficial, yeah.
Yeah.
It is not beneficial money to be spent on that. Yeah.
It depends on who they are, Danny. If you put the M80s there on the weekends, and then you rotate out with Foreigner's Journey the next weekend, there's an Epic. Well, they're not Epic anymore. I can't remember what they're called. You keep rotating the good bands. There's another one I think it's called L&N. They're really popular down at Springs right now. Drew, I can't remember his last. Drew C. He generates a crowd. Bring the people that actually. No, it's just Drew. No, he's more of a pop guy. They even have like the Motown legends that do it, but rotate them in every weekend. So just bring them out to there and cut it back.
So haven't been there to see it, and I'm trying to keep I've been trying to keep my Communicore thoughts until I see the damn thing. It is the most businessy thought process to say, we'll do this for a quarter. Because that's what they're doing. They're saying, 90 days, we're good. We're just going to put it there. It'll be fine. No, it won't. We'll try it for a quarter. It'll be great. No, it won't. Be an adult. Actually spend some time figuring out what bands draw people. And then rotate through.
On the weekend. A big deal. On the week, just Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Hey, Steve, you don't even have to think about it. Take what Disney Springs does.
That's what I'm talking about.
Opposite freaking weekends.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's hard. That is exactly what I just said. Take the bands.
I know. I'm with you.
I just named them all. And cut them back to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And every weekend.
And just 2 shows.
They don't give them 3 30-minute sets.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be. 3 30-minute
sets. Week. And Steve, you don't think that there are people that are in Orlando that would gladly come play Disney-focused acoustic sets?
Yeah, for sure.
6 times a night, 6 times a day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 that I know of. 6 different areas where they have entertainment live at Disney Springs every single night.
I was looking at flights. I was trying to figure something out. That was the math, and then I was letting Steve go. But I don't disagree with you, Steve. Like, my issue is that, okay, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do arepas for 90 days. We're just gonna have special arepas, 3 of them, in something that's called, what's the official title?
For what?
The food booth?
I don't think it would be a good idea.
I can't remember what it's called. Festival Favorites, I think.
Festival Favorites, and we're gonna do arepas, 2 of them for 90 days. Shut up.
I don't think Disney should be offering rapers.
I said
arepas.
Oh.
So
that's good because I think that'd be a bad idea.
The food booth is a great concept. Festival Favorites is a great concept. Don't make it the same exact thing. Have a variety. Like, I get it. The whole thing's supposed to be themed to Latin America.
Steve, the issue is they've gone to the lowest common denominator when it comes to, it's easy we're just gonna do it for 90 days. Because they're not here for like more than 4, 5, 6 days. We take their 10 grand and they'll have arepas once, maybe, if we go there. But otherwise, they're not gonna eat there. It's gonna be locals, and they're all right with it. It's like, shut up.
Well, Stephen K. The key of that is,
I like how Disney sounds. They sound great.
Listen, they sound like freaking Yinzers from Pittsburgh in my head. They're idiots.
Right now, Stephen, the thing that's missing at Epcot right now are the concerts. we've had years now of concerts constantly where we have 4 days of what they call big name bands, 3 days in the middle of local bands, and the local bands, depending on who they are, if it is M80s, if it is where they pack the entire American theater over there. So the concerts are a big deal right now. They need to put some seating in that area over there and let some concerts happen. But again, I'm not talking about constantly because that just kills it. Do it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do it on Saturday, Sunday. I don't care. Do it Friday night, Saturday night. I don't care. Just a couple days is all we need. And then you change it up. You rotate them out so we get different music all the time. It would definitely draw people to that area. And then changing up the food. Like your whole theme is on arepas right now. And they're not that great. And it's the same. It's just like 2 or 3 varieties of the same exact thing. Put in the mushroom fillet from Canada along with an arepa, along with the pork tenderloin or whatever it is.
I've never agreed with Steve more.
Give us some kind of an option because you will pull people that like the Latin American.
The 6 favorite things that from 6 of the 30 booths that you have, and do it and honestly rotate it through.
Yep.
Don't do the same thing every damn day.
Yep. I'm okay with the same thing every day.
Menus.
I'm okay with the same thing for a period, just because it's easier for them to prep.
I get it.
Buy it in bulk. I get all that. I'm okay with them rotating it every 90 days, but rotate it. Give us some options with it. Don't try to target one group.
Well, Steve, I honestly think that they threw half of this together last minute. It was like, we'll just get these bands over here. We'll just do these arepas because it's kind of like we can just make it like it's in Encanto. All right, shut up. But
I also think they set it up to fail on purpose. I mean, I don't want to say purpose. I think they've set it up expecting it to fail so that they can redo it because it's going to become the festival center,
Steve,
when we actually have the festival.
Here's my issue. They wanted to get through summer.
I know.
That's all it comes down to. They wanted to get to the international food, and it's not wine anymore. International food and cider. Now it's international food, craft beer, cider, and kind of wine sometimes festival. That's what it should be called.
I'm pretty pissed.
They just wanted I hope that they're smarter than that for what this booth is going to turn into at the end of August. And I am hopeful that that's what it is. But unfortunately, I've been hopeful about what they've done at the Disney park since COVID. And they have not, absolutely have not converted any of those extra points. None. Zero.
I think they're starting to get there. They're starting to come concept ideas. Again, for me, it was all about Chapek just killing everything. But I think we're starting to get back into that creative side. I think we got some original ideas coming through. We got some nostalgic ideas coming through. I like the concept of what they're trying to do over there too with the whole concert. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But you just
Stacey, they were going to put the whole 3-tier beer garden in, and that's great. That'd be awesome if they did it. I never expected that to come through. That is
supposed to be beers from around the world, like an international beer garden.
My take on that whole thing is it takes away from walking around the entirety of the World Showcase.
Very much so.
And I think that was a conscious decision, not a budget decision. That was I don't think this is a smart thing. But the idea of having festival favorites throughout the year is good. Steve, hear me out. Shep, hear me out. If you have favorites from festivals.
That's the thing right there. Not just one. Don't talk to whatever his name is over there that like the arepas. Give us the things you sell the most. And they maybe sell a lot of arepas. That's fine. But give us arepas. Give us the mushroom fillet from there. Give us the pork. It wasn't the tenderloin. What the heck was that thing called? It's not porchata. What is that thing called? Whatever it is. Anyways, give us the ones that people liked a lot of. Give us 4 or 5 options. You can rotate those out every 90 days. But during those, don't do it. Don't give us the festival favorites from the festival that's currently going on. Give it to us from the food, from the Flower and Garden Festival and the Art Festival, and those ones that we can't get. Or when the Flower and Garden Festival leaves, take the favorites from that festival and make them available at that booth for the next 90 days until the art festival is over. Then take the favorites from the art festival and put them in that booth while we get the Flower and Garden Festival. Then take the ones from the Flower and Garden, just rotate them out so that people can always go back to get them. As much as I hate it, Van Lax and Lobster Tails were incredible.
I have a question. Why is Food and Wine a whole month later this year?
It's back to
that's what it used
hours.
to be.
Oh.
So that's what the big rumor was, though, is we thought we were getting a summer festival.
And
honestly, happened. I think they had ideas to do it, to tie it to whatever they're doing. Whatever this Latin America themed thing is here. But I think that it didn't get open in time. They couldn't plan it in time. But regardless,
I don't think they did.
I'll tell you this: without the festival there right now, there is a lull at Epcot.
Well, it's Diet Epcot. It's what Epcot should be, and everyone's so used to always a festival, and it doesn't really need to be that way.
It started a year ago right now, like the 29th or something.
Yeah. So when COVID hit, when we got back, they extended Flower and Garden, they extended Food and Wine. They started having year-round festivals with 2-week break in between them. This is the way they have it right now is the way it was pre-COVID.
So Danny said, I think they're holding off to see what Universal is about to do and blow us all away with all their new things. I don't believe that Universal is going to have any effect on who goes to Disney. Yeah. Zero. If it does anything with the increase in what's going on over there with the third park, it's only going to have people go to both.
Here's the reason why we've not gotten the announcements yet. Is because
D23 is next week. That's why.
No. Besides that, in this area.
Come on.
Hold on. In this area,
Rachel, it's called Diet Epcot. I have pictures.
And
stickers.
Every builder, every project manager, everything is building Universals right now. There's nobody for Disney to pull, which is why I really truly think that their plans are on hold, and we're not getting anything yet. I think they said it'd take 5 years to build the new park, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
It's taken 5 years for Epic Universe by the time it's all said and done. But all the big people that are capable of doing this are working on Epic Universe right now.
Yeah.
So as this wraps up, these people are going to become available to bid and to build. And now we'll be able to start focusing.
That's not even my point. My point is,
my point though is that I don't think Disney's waiting to see what Universal's doing. I think they're waiting for people to build the park.
Disney has plans. Whether they're good is a different story. And frankly, whether whatever they announce next week or in 2 weeks is going to come to fruition, it's not. We've seen that. We've seen the fact that you open up, you announce Fantasyland with a whole area dedicated to fairies, and you get nothing but a Tinkerbell meet and greet at the front of the park. Like, I mean, things always change. Do you guys remember Hyperion Wharf?
What was that? Remind me. The name sounds familiar.
Shep, do you remember Hyperion Wharf?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
You might know it by a name called Disney Springs, because the project that came out of what Marketplace, Pleasure Island, and whatever West Side were supposed to be was Hyperion Wharf. And they came out with a massive presser. And then we didn't hear crap about it for 2 years. And they said, hey, we're going to make this thing called Disney Springs.
Is it back then? When you mean, did this come after Downtown Disney or prior to Downtown Disney?
No, Steve, this was what Downtown Disney was supposed to be.
So before the very beginning.
No.
Oh, so when they decided they were tearing
Disney
down
Springs,
Pleasure Island,
they decided to take Pleasure Island out. It was Hyperion Wharf. And then they scrapped the whole idea.
I never heard that.
And made Springs. Yep, 100%. 100%.
And what was Hyperion Wharf supposed to be?
It was supposed to be Disney Springs.
Wow. I mean, same thing, just called Hyperion Wharf.
Slightly different theming. You know, Hyperion is the drive that whatever's on out west, right? Like we know that name floats around every once in a while. So they were supposed to do this shopping center called Hyperion Wharf, and then it morphed into Disney Springs. Don't know why. There was never anything, right? So So we've heard a bunch about what Fantasyland was supposed to be. Now it's gone.
Oh, they had concept art of Hyperion Wharf.
Yeah, 100%. Did you look it
Hyperion
up?
Wharf at Walt Disney World. Yeah.
Did you look it up?
I've got the concept arts for it. Yeah, they were supposed to. Okay, according to the concept art, it was Downtown Disney Hyperion Wharf.
Yeah, 100%.
Apparently, it was only replacing Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island. Yep. Then
So
they rethemed the whole thing.
They were going to have it was only going to replace Pleasure Island. The other stuff was going to stay the same. Which, to be fair, Marketplace hasn't changed a whole lot. West Side, honestly, they added some restaurants. They've actually changed it a lot, but they still have big staples like Cirque du Soleil and that. But they gutted Pleasure Island and like you didn't even used to walk that way. You used to walk out of Marketplace and it kind of did a left hand turn, then a back.
No, there was
back around.
Yeah,
to go to all those clubs down that street.
Yeah, they put in some other walkways to get through what used to be Pleasure Island. Yeah,
if I'm being honest, most of this looks the same. The concept art looks like kind of what we have.
Far. Yeah. Well, you don't have the big. I remember there being like allegedly some big, like open air spot that you could go and hang out at, which I guess we kind of have with one of the stadiums.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I remember going to Pleasure Island. It was a good time.
There's two things about Disney. One, no idea is a bad idea. Two, no idea ever dies.
It's true.
Ever. So like it's super interesting to see, or will be super interesting to see, because what I do think we're going to get at D23 is a very focused, hopefully detailed. See, there you go.
So this is like the open area that you're talking about. I
well,
think.
if you look to the right,
no
that's kind of like the Springs building where it says Springs across the top. Yep.
And that says Downtown Disney Hyperion Wharf. So you got, I mean, they apparently had some specific Zach Divine. I'm guessing that's a specific brand. And then
they
had there's the Zach Divine building again with whatever this is, the projector screen.
Well, if you look, it's Paradiso 37 over here,
right there, which is where that's this area. This is where the balloon is, right?
That's actually where the little concert spot is, right next to Paradiso. Between that,
and where the boat, right next to the boathouse. Where
it's the exact same stuff.
Oh, and there's a balloon.
No, that's Planet Hollywood in the back. No, there is a balloon
right here.
Yeah, nifty.
Which is a different balloon.
Yeah.
It's yellow instead of blue.
We saw that one. Yeah, so like that looks very similar to the area. I mean, like theming a little differently, but it kind of looks relatively the same.
That looks like Edison.
Which one? The one before that?
That one looks like the
Edison.
That
one says Silk Road on it. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Who knows?
But again,
Silk Road.
So,
well, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I mean,
but it doesn't look like it would have been that much different than what the concept doesn't look like that.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just that's what it was going to be, and then it was no longer going to be that. So so here's what I think is coming out of D23. One, the confirmation / detailed Dino Land redo, the confirmation / detailed expansion beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
Yep.
Pandora 2.0.
Yep.
So that's 3 of 4 parks. I think we'll get an Epcot-esque announcement, potentially.
A new country.
That's always been the thing. I think it'll end up being hey, we're gonna do Mary Poppins again.
that I could see them doing too, for sure.
Night, buddy, love you.
A lot of people a lot of people had hype around it.
So a lot of people like Mary Poppins. I think that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know otherwise. I don't know if it's too early. Maybe some new resort concept art. Remember they had the whole
Pocahontas one.
Oh, I'm not sure. I was gonna say, remember the whole what was it called? The really, really, really big DVC one that they said
that might be the Pocahontas theme one. That they had the concept art, had colors of the wind and the leaves and everything, but Pocahontas.
No, it's called Secrets or Restrepo or
maybe it's not the same one I'm talking about. but they just had everything.
I remember that
drawn.
movie.
You guys
Restrepo.
know what? Yeah, Shep, Restrepo has nothing to do with Disney. It has to do with the Korangal Valley in Afghanistan. It's just a word. Reflections. It was an R word. Thanks.
That's what I said. Reflections. That's the Pocahontas one.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
OP Restrepo.
So that's what I'm saying. They scrapped it. I think they'll bring that back because it's already conceptually done.
And I think
they're
that
building. They cleared the way for 144,000.
No, that hey Danny, that's a different kind of adults only resort. Talk about that later. That's an after hours conversation. I'm thinking about the secrets that's on an island that is nowhere near as adult centric as what you're saying, sir. Anywho, there's I think we'll get that. As much as I hate it, we'll get some stupid cruise stuff. And they put a lot of money in overseas recently, so I don't know if we're going to get as much. Disneyland, will hear a lot about what their expansion is going to be, and we might get another. Is there another Disneyland hotel going in? Is that part of the whole development out there?
So Disneyland's announcements are going to focus along supposedly are going to focus on the land that they just purchased.
That's what I'm saying, right?
But I don't know if I've heard that they're getting a hotel.
I don't know either. I'm
sure there's been a rumor of it, but and just the Reflections one real quick was supposed to be a lakeside lodge. Against that.
It was supposed to be.
But it was supposed to focus on Pocahontas, Bambi, Brother Bear, and Fox and the Hound.
Like I just said.
Oh, and the Princess.
Nothing at Disney ever dies. Yeah. It's supposed to go where the Pan Asia Hotel was going to go between the Contemporary and the TTC. That's where they were going to put this, back towards, even further back, actually, where the airstrip is.
Oh, the secret airstrip.
Yeah, I want to say that this D23 should be huge because not only do we whatever we get 17 billion, they announced, I can't remember what they approved, 5 or 6 billion for Disneyland, and I think it was 60 billion around the world in theme parks this year, or they've approved that they're going to spend. So there should be a lot of announcements, not just for Disney World and not just for Disneyland. There should be a lot going on.
I have a ticket to go.
We know.
I actually looked at flights to get out there.
I do believe.
When is it?
I do believe 2 of us told you not to buy it.
What weekend is it?
Next weekend.
I have a statement.
Yeah.
David.
Can I just throw out there that it is ridiculous that it is cheaper to go to Tokyo Disneyland than it is to go to Florida.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
including flights.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Look on the TikTok, look on YouTube. Once you get there, we ate lunch, all 6 of us, and it was $64. And it's like, huh?
Really?
Yeah. Zanlax, they spent $87 on Communicore, but I understand what they did with it. I know a lot of people are giving it an absolute
wait till the festival.
That's what I'm saying.
They did it. Danny, I'm looking at a down view on Google Earth, and there is a ton of room by that airstrip. A ton of room.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He just said he passes by that resort, or he passes by the airstrip and said there's no room, but if you look at Google Earth and you look down, and if you look at, because
they're taking the airstrip out.
I know, but even like around that, there's a ton of land. Like if you look inside the Wilderness Lodge and you look at how much land there is,
Disney does a better job with the land they have than anybody else. And I read, I don't remember what I read the other day, but it was like they've not even used 10% of their land, from what I understand. Something like that. I think it's less than 10% of the land that Disney owns they've used. So they got room to do whatever they want for centuries. But dang, I was going somewhere else with what were you just talking about?
Going to Tokyo for cheaper than you can go to Florida.
Yeah, that's not, yeah.
I mean,
the amount of money that they're going to spend on
Communicore, the thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
So listen, the Communicore building is really cool. I know people don't like it. Number one, it's the best air conditioned building on property. It is nice and cold in there, but for whatever. But it has the new festival favorites booth in it, so you can get a good food booth at the front of the park. It has all the character meet and greets. That may not be for the adults, but that is a huge ordeal back in the day when I used to take my nieces. And that is where you can go in and see 3 characters in a row and get in there. And they actually, I think, are putting in a lightning lane for it. I think they have for it. But the big key to it is it was built to be the festival center. So when the festival comes, that building will house the festival center where you used to be able to go to get your maps and your booklets and special things. And we used to go in as annual pass holders, show them our annual pass, and they'd give us a commemorative wine glass or something. So, yes, David.
So I'm very familiar with that building from back in the day because I had a child and then a second child, and both of them wanted to go visit the characters at Meet Mickey and Friends. And then you got popped out into literally what is Communicore Hall, even though they redid it. Steve, Shep, you and I are very well acquainted with that room. When security came in and said, I did 23 myself, enjoy. We just wanted to make sure that you guys weren't being turds. Whenever we raised how many thousands of dollars,
A little over 10,000
for Give Kids the World. We are very, very well aware with what Communicore Hall was. You know what it is? The same damn thing with purpose.
Yes.
It's a big space that they can do whatever the hell they want with.
Yes, it is almost identical, except they took off Club Cool.
It is, yeah. Club Cool's
they
gone. They have no room.
it, but it's the same concept.
It is. It was a knee-jerk reaction by a lot of people who said this is stupid without knowing what's going to happen during festivals. So all they did, it does currently look like a spot to sit at tables. Who knows what it's going to look like? You know what else looks like that? Odyssey.
Yeah. And this is a great place to sit down and relax. And I'm okay with that. But they're going to have the festival center. The difference is, too, in the old building, you had a wall that ran down the middle of that room. So you had the hallway, which was a lot narrower with seating in it. And then on the right side, you had like the laboratory where they little room. They had some other rooms that were for cast only, and they had the bathrooms. You got more space now. They've got more space for us to actually enjoy, again, outside of Club Cool, for an incredible air conditioned area. And it's going to be the festival center. They're going to do stuff there. And now we also get a festival booth, and then we have the characters back. It's the exact same thing, except better. It just is. I mean, and they got all they did with Club Cool is they just moved to the other side of the park.
Well, it has the potential to be better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They could still ruin it.
Let's not say, they made a building that looks like a spot that they can rent out. You know what? Good, because they're gonna rent it out. Because you know what else they do is rent out Epcot after 6 p.m. on certain nights.
Yep.
You aren't gonna get away from that stuff. What you are having access to is a very versatile spot into what they can put whatever they want.
Yep.
So, and I don't know, Steve, maybe it's just the fact that you and I have been to however many conventions ad nauseum and have seen areas like that turn into something very, very entertaining and satisfying.
Oh, so right now, and they did it smart too. Everybody's complaining, which is ironic to me because everybody complains about having too much IP, but now you got all these people complaining that it's not Disney. They have the original flags hanging, like the symbols, hanging in that room. And that's all that's in there right now. Other than that, it's a really cool air spot. And then when the doors close, it kills the sound from the concert right outside. It's a really nice area. But what they can do in that area is install a massive screen to have some kind of convention or party in there, like they've got out at the concert hall. They can set up. There's also rooms between where you're sitting in the air conditioning and the other side of the building where the kitchen and the meet and greets are. There's that whole area in there. Now, whether that stays for cast only or whatever storage, but they can do a lot of things in there, including divide the room up. But
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we'll find out at the end of next week some of the stuff that's going to happen. So
I should be there.
You should, but no. Anyways,
is it when did it start?
Friday. Well, Friday, Saturday, I think. No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The
D23.
Oh, 23. Yeah. All right.
It's next Friday.
Yep.
So
there's a flight. I can get there at 11 o'clock on Friday.
You have fun with that.
Yeah.
Next week.
2 tickets or just 1?
Uno.
That's dumb. Should have bought 2.
They were like $440 a piece.
Yeah, then you'd be out $890. So
we were telling him not to buy it at all. Now you're telling now you're telling me you should have bought 2. Yeah.
Well, I would have flown out Friday.
Your situation was different at the time.
I'm looking at flights right now.
Today was supposed to be the day.
I know.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm well aware.
Oh, today would have been the day.
Oh, we'd be there right now.
31st.
You'd be running stuff.
All right, next week we got something a little different for you. We're not gonna tell you what it is. Dave, how's the BJX Boutique?
It's BJXy and Boutique. You should probably go there and check it out if you like women's apparel.
She had a special event this past week or this coming week?
All the weeks.
All the weeks. It's all special.
Yeah. All the weeks are special. Special all the weeks.
Go check out Abe.
Randy says Christmas in July is still going on.
Christmas in July.
Abe posts stuff like every day.
Yeah, go follow Abe, not Shep. I mean, you can follow Shep, but he didn't post anything. Abe's rocking and rolling with all his stuff.
I'm starting back up again.
What's that?
I'm starting back up again soon.
You said that like 6 months ago. Hey, Shep.
Yeah, 16.
How's that new house you're building going?
Wicked good.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's wicked and built.
The one that was supposed to be done in May, I think.
Yeah. I'm not in. I actually sold the house. I'm not even in it right now.
You know,
you would never know because I have a green screen. But I have most of the house built already in a week.
Are you building a tiny house, like tiny miniature to fit in your hand, or
maybe
gingerbread house?
I got a lot.
Shep's got good things on the horizon.
I got a lot of gnomes.
you got to build a separate house just for all the gnomes.
I know.
Until then, though, we'll see you next week. Have a great week. Have a safe week. We can talk a little bit about D23 next week, but it won't be as much as it was this week. It's the reason why we talked about it. So until then,
we'll do a recap the week after.
We'll do a recap, and then the following week we will do a recap of.
That's what I'm saying. The week after, we're gonna do a recap.
Yeah, they're gonna live stream everything. So,
huh?
They're gonna live stream.
Everybody can watch it on live stream. It's all on live stream, which kind of takes. I don't know how I feel about that because it kind of takes away from the whole ambiance of going out there. But
they live streamed it when we were there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I also don't like the way they've set it up now because now the 3 big panels or the 3 big nights, you go to a big, huge stadium where, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever it is.
They do have free transportation, what I found out.
Yay.
To and from.
Over there.
Yeah,
so that's going to be a nightmare.
They have free shuttles, and it says expect 90 minutes.
Yes, that's why I see. Yeah, there you go.
So
all right.
Yep.
Anyways, go check out Dave on Sunday too. You doing the rant thing on this Sunday?
Oh, maybe.
We
haven't gone live recently, and it kind of sucks because life. But
yes, Jeff, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
We'll see.
All right. Until then, y'all have a great weekend.
Life is busy,
and we will see you later.
Life is busy.
Bye.
Busy for you and busy.